Thank you, Keon. Yeah, I had to restart it just to take the restrictions off. If your mod banned a bunch of words, it's hard to talk. No, my mods don't ban words on here. I don't have words banned on here. I just block people. Cause you never know what context they may be using the words, so I don't do those. The restriction just puts a filter over the video. So like, for example, you know how like you'll be like on Twitter or Facebook and it have like the little filter over it and it'd be like see anyway. It'll put that on there. And I don't need that shit on my video. Because it'll stop putting it in the algorithm. They be trying to filter people out so you can't hear what the fuck going on. Yeah. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do in our community. We have a lot of fucking work to do. A lot of work that's going to be very uncomfortable. A lot of work that's going to be very trying. And this is why I do what I do on this platform. And of course, why I have certain services. Thank you, babe. This is why I have certain services. And this is why I do these types of lives. Because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of hard work. Right? And not having community, that's why I'm so big on community first. Like a lot of people do this shit with the intentions of making money and, you know, trying to have some type of status. I've done all of that. You know what I'm saying? I've achieved lots of financial success and I've had and still got super huge platforms. You know what I'm saying? I've done all of that. And that's never been my goal. My goal has always been community. Because we can't do none of the shit that we need to do if we do not have each other to lean on. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that we need to accomplish is going to get done if we do not have a community, if we don't have like-minded people on the same fucking page with the same common end goal, right? Of course, we all have our individual goals and we all have our individual places that we want to get to and that we want to go to. But we can't accomplish shit that matters without each other, period. And that's why I had to start this conversation with talking about how men and women are significant, because we both are. We can't do anything as women to accomplish the end goal without men, and men can't do anything without women to accomplish the end goal. We have to be together. You know what I'm saying? And this, of course, is why they want to keep us separated and focus on the stupidest shit. We get lost in the dumbest conversations. Like, you got niggas really arguing over, like, right now, they just came out with the new, this just shows how stupid shit gets. They just came out with the new Lilo and Stitch movie, and motherfuckers is mad because Lilo and Nani, I think that's her name, is light-skinned. There's a whole discourse going on right now on Twitter about the skin color of a fucking cartoon character. A cartoon character. We're not talking about, you know, if this is a biography of somebody who was black and then they cast a Caucasian person. That's different. That's understandable, right? If you're making a movie about Malcolm X, I don't need to see no Asian person. It doesn't make fucking sense, right? But if we're talking about somebody that was created as a cartoon, who fucking cares? We don't give a shit. The whole Little Mermaid discourse. Oh, people are mad because they made the Little Mermaid black, and you know it's important for representation. That's not the fucking representation we should be fighting for. You want to be represented by a cartoon character fish? That's the representation that little black girls need. Instead of us making some fucking documentaries of black women who have actually done things that fucking matter. That sounds more like representation to me. It's a fucking cartoon character on Disney. Who gives a shit? I don't care what the fuck color they are. They could be fucking orange. I don't give a fuck. How does that help us? What is that doing for us as a people? It doesn't matter how many times my child, anybody else, little girl watches The Little Mermaid, they will never be a fucking mermaid. So it doesn't matter. It's like, bro, our attention span is so fucked up. I will never forgive my people for being happy when Lizzo was able to play a flute at a museum. It's just like the dumbest shit. Like, we've come so far. They're letting a nigga play the flute. It's exhausting. It's fucking exhausting. It's so fucking exhausting. It's just like, it's talking to brick walls. It's like, exactly. Like and then even with the entertainment industry, how much money have black people made off of the entertainment industry? We are the entertainment industry. Black Americans specifically. We are the entertainment industry when it comes to music. We are the entertainment industry when it comes to acting. We are the entertainment industry when it comes to poetry, dance, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. We are spearheading the entertainment industry. How many schools have come from it? How much funding for Black America has come from it? This is a multi-trillion-dollar business. Keep that part in mind. Multi-trillion-dollar business. Multi-trillion-dollar industry. What do we have to show for it? What do we gain? What have we gained? We been pimped the fuck out. Music is trash now, unless you find indie artists, because those who get signed, they have to be a part of a specific agenda. So the only good music you're gonna find is from people who are not signed to no fucking body. You know what I'm saying? Them the only motherfuckers that you gonna hear that's making something of substance. Because they're not binded by no contracts where you got to talk about this and you got somebody telling you, no, that's not the music that we're going to push. You need to go make something else. And then we're in the streaming industry. So it's not even about the quality of music anymore. It's about how many streams you can get. And streaming does not pay you. You don't make no fucking money off streaming. You can have 1 million streams. That's not $1 million. 1 million streams might be $5,000 if you're lucky, depending on who you owe and who you paying the fuck off. If that, maybe. So people's hearts not even in it no more. They not even able to take care of their families no more. 4,000 per million on YouTube. That's diabolical. $4,000 per million. That's for views on YouTube? That's diabolical. That's insane. Thank you, my love. That's insane. I remember buying CDs. That's when motherfuckers was getting paid. When we bought albums and CDs. You know what I'm saying? And no, you wasn't buying it through Apple Music. Even though the convenience of music is cool, having it on your phone and things like that, I still think that that's a good idea. But the percentages need to be changed. It needs to be more, aligned with pure album sales. I couldn't wait for certain shit to be in the stores in Circuit City and Best Buy so I can go get the fucking CD. I couldn't wait. Yeah, I'm about to start collecting vinyls too. Cause my grandmother and my great aunt who raised me, they have a record player, and I already told them I got dibs on it. So, and it's a vintage one, which is what I wanted. I could go buy a record player, but I want a vintage one. I think they bought that in like the 70s or something. So I want that. I already told them, like, yeah, that's mine, you know. And my aunt got so many vinyls already. Like, she got a whole thing full of vinyls. So I'm snatching all that up, you know, whenever they get ready to let it go. You know, hopefully before their demise, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to have to wait till then, because that's going to make it sad. I'm not ready for it to be a sad thing. But yeah, you know how many children don't even know about vinyls? They don't even know about record players. They don't even... It's like a lot of our shit is just being lost. It's so sad to watch. Like here in DC, like go-go is dying in my city, and I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like my generation is like the last generation that really cares about that genre of music that was created by us in our own space. And it's like these kids, they don't give a fuck about it. They don't care. And it just fucking sucks, because it's gonna die out eventually. A lot of this shit just it's actually heartbreaking when you think about it. Yeah, a lot of our people got a lot of them vinyls and record players. Y'all better put y'all names on it now. Put y'all names on that shit now, or go get it. If they're not using it, go ahead and claim that. Those are possessions that we should keep in our family, for sure. You can always get them fixed. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of places that still fix those old record players so that they can continue to work. So go grab them shits. Grab all them vinyls. Don't let that shit die with the older generation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff is dying with them, and it shouldn't. But it's also because a lot of these motherfuckers is not teaching shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Our grandparents used to sit down with us and literally teach us stuff. It would suck sometimes. It's like, Grandma, I just want to go outside and play. You know what I'm saying? I just want to play with my cousins. I just want the VCRs too, all that. You're like, okay, Grandma, we get it. But the older you get, you're so thankful that they took the time to pass that stuff down. Like, I feel like millennials, we probably the last generation who really had real grandmas and great grandmas. Like, these kids don't have real grandmas and great grandmas no more. The grandmamas want to be outside at the club, popping pussy, shaking ass, and dating 20-year-olds. It's like, what the fuck is going on, Mo? The fuck? They not having cousin sleepovers no more. You know how pressed I used to be for a cousin sleepover? Mo, what? I didn't care how old I was. We was in high school still having cousin sleepovers sometimes. That shit was lit. Everybody come to this person's house. Everybody go to grandma's house. Everybody, well, my grandmother on my mother's side, she wasn't with all that. Everybody coming to her motherfucking house and sleeping all over the place. She's the Aries, so she didn't want all of that. She's like, Now her husband, my grandfather, he was with all that shit. Bring all the kids over here. You know what I'm saying? He was that person. Like, usually it's the grandmamas, but it was my granddaddy. Like, nah, bring everybody over here. I'ma watch the kids. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. We gonna go to the park. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do X, Y. Like, that was him. And when he passed, my grandma was like, yeah, fuck all that shit. I don't keep them badass kids away from my white couch. It's like, girl. My father's mother, my father's the only child, so it would just be me and my brother. For real. But she was the type, like, bring the kids over there. Even my mom's kids. My father's mom loved my mother's other children, too. She was like, bring all of them over here. You know what I'm saying? Bring them all. And let them chill out and have fun. That shit built community. You know what I'm saying? That's why we, as millennials, are so close with our cousins to this day. Because it built community. It established friendships and connectivity and partnerships and, you know, relationships, deep-rooted relationships. Those wasn't our cousins. Those was our siblings, for real. You know what I'm saying? Those are our extended siblings. Period. You know what I'm saying? Whether they were blood related or not. Because we had a lot of cousins that wasn't blood related neither. It was just our mama's friends, kids, or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, our brother, sister, cousins, exactly. Everybody was welcome. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Waking up to breakfast. My mama was that person. My mother and her sister, they were the aunts that did that shit. Especially my mother's sister. She a Gemini. So I know that's exactly how I'm gonna be. But she was like, bring everybody over. We'll wake up to grits and I'm getting hungry. Pancakes and eggs and sausage and bacon and biscuits and oatmeal and cereal and whatever the fuck else we was. It was a smorgasbord. And everybody was sleeping on the floor and sharing covers and pillows and all type of shit. And you woke the fuck up and you ate good and then you played outside. The fuck? We went outside and we wasn't outside for 30 minutes. We was outside for hours most of the day. We did a whole work time shift outside. We would hurry up and eat our food just so we could go outside. And it wasn't necessarily shit to do, but it was everything to do. It was everything to do and nothing to do at the same fucking time. And we enjoy every fucking bit of that. We ain't need no fucking playground. If you had a playground, that was cool, but we ain't need no fucking playground. We was making up games and shit. And doing all types of stuff and exploring the fucking neighborhood. Exactly. What the fuck? You know, fucking playground. We was climbing trees and fences and all type of shit. And I was a tomboy because I'm the oldest granddaughter. It's one grandchild above me and he's a boy. And then it's me. I'm the first granddaughter and the oldest. And then it's a couple boys after me, then it's a girl. Then it's a couple boys, then it's a girl. So I was always a tomboy. Then I got 3 brothers. I'm the oldest of 3 boys. So I was with all the shit. Y'all want to play football? Let's play football. Y'all want to play kickball? Let's play kickball. Y'all want to play dodgeball? Let's play dodgeball. Y'all want to see who the fastest? I'm beating all y'all motherfucking asses. You know what I'm saying? Listen. We was sleeping all over that lady house. Some people was in the bed. Some people was on the floor. Some people was on the couch. Some people was in the living room. They say make you a cot. That means get you a blanket and a pillow and figure that shit out. You fucking wake up and somebody got a pillow over their legs. That's when life was fun. Oh my God. Listen, or palette, exactly. Tips for not going into spiritual psychosis. Balance is the biggest thing, because again, there's a lot of information that you will be guided to. There's a lot of information to see, to have, to get, but you gotta balance it out. You gotta take some time to step away. A lot of people don't step away. You know, you get so into these rabbit holes, you get so deep into spirituality that you forget that, you know, you have to take time for yourself. You have to. Sometimes that's a day, sometimes that's a couple days, sometimes that's a week, sometimes that's a month. Spiritual psychosis is when you get so deep into spirituality that you lose a sense of reality and you almost go into crazy town, you know? You basically get a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because you lose all sense of what's here, you know? Like they say, touching grass. You need to go touch some fucking grass. We was definitely the fucking backyardigans. I swear. We was the backyardigans. We was Dora the Explorer. We was fucking everybody. We was all them people. Family is not family no more. And a lot of it is because of generational curses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we took on the feelings and the energy of our parents and the things that they went through, right? Because especially the baby boomers or Gen X, a lot of them went through so much because they were the generation that lived through a lot of the changes, you know what I'm saying, when it came to society, when it came to who we are as a people here in America. They lived through a lot of shit. So they couldn't necessarily, they weren't invested into the way that they should have been. You know what I'm saying? Why you keep putting Alex and Angel? What are you talking about? They weren't invested into, they didn't have a lot of resources, they didn't have a lot of tools. So because of, you know, now they are where they are, they kind of started to disconnect themselves from family, or a lot of shit started bubbling to the surface, and it caused, you know, a lot of us to kind of be separated. And then we start losing our matriarchs that were a part of that generation. What's the generation before baby boomers? A lot of our great grandparents was a part of that generation before baby boomers. Sweetheart, I don't do love path readings and all of that, and that's definitely not what we're talking about right now. What's the generation before the baby boomers? I don't remember what they was called, but that generation was like our last real connection to our lineage. So the silent generation. So those were our great grandparents and our great grandparents. And they held a lot of the connection, a lot of the camaraderie, a lot of the unity, you know what I'm saying? So those are the baby boomers' parents. So when the baby boomers lost their parents, it's just like they were basically out there getting a lot of their information and a lot of who they should be and who they are from outside sources. So a lot of shit just started to fall apart. Like I know both of my great grandmothers, one of them passed away. On my mother's side, she passed away by the time I was probably like 6 or 7. So I didn't get a lot of time with her. And then on my father's side, my father's mother's mother passed away, I want to say maybe when I was 9 or 10. So I remember more from her, or 11, one of them. I remember more from her. And, you know, my father's grandmother, which would be my great-grandmother, she was still in the South. So she was still in North Carolina. And she had land. And, you know, and during the summertime, if you live up north, or if you live, you know, near the Mason-Dixon line, which Maryland technically would be under. So technically Maryland would be considered the South. But if you live anywhere up here, you go to the South during the summertime. Well, that's what we did back in the day. And that, I want to say, saved me from being so engulfed into a lot of what we see today from a lot of other millennials who didn't have that opportunity to go to the South and to be you know, really engulfed in that lineage and, you know, be in a country and get them jewels. You know, my great grandma used to talk about a lot of stuff and do a lot of things and show me a lot of stuff. And I definitely feel, I know I don't like the word blessed, but I feel very abundant to have had that experience. Which is, you know, I'm sure why I'm so deeply rooted in what I do at this point and why my message with Ancestry is so strong, because that shit is so important. I'm from DC. Well, technically DC and then PG County, Maryland. So, yeah. A lot of these kids, they definitely don't have it. They not going to, you know. Like, that's why I will always have an immense respect for the South, because they hold on. They're the closest to those older traditions that we have, because they're still in that energetic space. They're still in that, you know, place where a lot of us originated from and came from, or a lot of our people were developed. So they you know, have a little bit more to hold on to than a lot of us do on the West and the Midwest, up north, so on and so forth. Okay, it's crazy how a lot of people from up north have a lot of great-grandparents. Well, yeah, because a lot of our people started to migrate to the north for opportunities, you know? So most, like my people, my father and my mother are first generation here in Maryland and DC. They're first generation. Their parents were raised in North and South Carolina, and they moved up here. And that's really, when you come to Maryland, that's why a lot of people from Maryland, the South wouldn't say it, but a lot of people from up north, like New York, Maine, what else is up there? Connecticut, like all them people, they call us country. Because a lot of us, you know, we're not super Southern, but we have a little bit of Southern dialect in our you know, way of speaking. You know, certain words that we say, there's a little bit of Southern dialect in there, because our grandparents they migrated up here for opportunities in like the 70s and the 80s, but they spent the majority of their life in the South, and they came up here later on in life. You know, like my father's mom and her sister, I was raised in the household with both of them. They came up here, and I want to say her sister came up here for college, so she was probably like 18, 19, and then my grandmother came up with her, but she's older. But so she was like 22, 23 at the time. And then on my mom's side, they came up, I want to say, my great-grandmother moved her and her children up here, I want to say in like the 70s or something like that. Because, you know, jobs were starting to become available. They were starting to, you know, buy houses. You know, the housing market back then was completely fucking different. So my mother's side, we still have our family house in the heart of DC, in uptown DC, and that house is worth millions of dollars. They keep trying to get us to sell that, and, you know, my family always been good with money, so they're like, bitch, fuck you, we're not selling this. But there's so many people that sold their homes. You know, that's why gentrification is so big in DC. It was like one of the first places where that shit really started to take hold, because they was offering a lot of fucking money. I mean, like hundreds of thousands of dollars to people who have never had that type of money ever, or at least at once. And a lot of people was selling their property, and they were, you know, turning there. A lot of those houses are still houses, but now they are like renting them out to like college kids, because you got Howard, you got UDC, you know, you got, you know, a lot of schools and different places in that area Oh, we not selling it. Trust me. We're not selling it. And my great grandmother would, she would fuck us up. She would fuck us up. That little old lady would tell us a new one. She passed away, but she would definitely come and haunt the fuck out of us if we tried to sell that damn house. She is not going for it. And I think she told my grandmother before she passed, like, don't let nobody get my fucking house. So it's not going away. One of my cousins is living in it right now. They renovated it and everything, but one of my cousins is actually living in it, which is good because, you know, then they can upkeep it and it won't, you know, go to waste and just be sitting vacant. So it's working out. Yeah, we not selling that fucking house though. My father's side, they still have their house too, but it's not in DC. It's in PG County, right across from PG Community College. So the way, you know, PG County is one of the most wealthy black communities in the world, hands down. You can look that shit up. Prince George's County, and one of the most wealthy black communities in the world, period. So I know that their house is going to be worth some money in a couple of years as well, as that space continues to grow, because they keep adding new shit to the college. Is literally directly across the street from the college. They keep adding new buildings over there, and you know, they keep growing that neighborhood and the surrounding areas. So we keeping all that shit. Fuck that. And because I know that's the house I grew up in, I'm sure that'll probably be for sure passed down to me more than anybody. So it's important. Lineage is important. You know, knowing where you come from is important. Having those trips, you know, even if you don't have any living family or any family that you know of, like you trace your family back and you see, okay, we came from South Carolina, we came from North Carolina, we came from Georgia, we came from Florida, whatever spaces y'all came from, go visit those places. You don't have to know who lived there or not. Go visit them. Just go put your feet on the soil in those places, because that will activate a lot of shit as far as memory. You'll know where to look. You know what I'm saying? You'll know where to go. You'll know where to start searching. It's like literally awakening DNA. You know what I'm saying? That shit will awaken the DNA within you and start leading you to what you need to know, who you need to know. Like, I used to hate going to my my father's side, like their family reunions, because it's all old ass people. But when I went the last time, this was 2023, I want to say. Yeah, because I ain't go last year. When I went, I felt so sad because it was so many old people. And it's like, damn, like, this shit will die out. Like, family reunions do not family reunion no more. You know? It's not the fucking same. Like, it's just a sad thing to witness. How do you feel about ancestry now? I love ancestry. I ask, and then also, y'all living ancestors, ask them about shit. A lot of times we don't want to talk to them because we like, oh, we spiritual and they're religious, so they, you know, probably can't really tell us certain things. They are spiritual and they don't know it. So a lot of the things that they say, a lot of the knowledge that they have, it's a certain way you gotta ask in order to get it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta ask them, like, for remedies. And they will give you hoodoo tips, not knowing that they're giving you hoodoo tips. But you gotta be like, what are some remedies for blah, 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 blah? Or what's some things that y'all used to do for whatever? Or what's some Bible scriptures that y'all used to use back in the day for, you know, this situation or that situation? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta ask it like that. Because if you be like, what's some hoodoo tips? You'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because the terminology got lost. Ancestry.com is a great way to find family. Don't send your blood in, but you can create a family tree and you can start tracing people through other family trees. Yep, they got the addresses on there. They got the census records. They got marriage licenses. They got death certificates. Some of them got actual pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like actual pictures of some of their ancestors that other people may have. There's a lot of information on there. I literally found my father's father through Ancestry. Like, he didn't know who his father was only around a year after he was born, and then he was never seen or heard from again. And I found him through that. I just asked my grandmother. She told me so much. My great-grandmother's still living. Oh, girl, get all that knowledge from her. Because then even after they pass, then you already have that established relationship. So when you start doing your ancestor veneration, it just flows. A lot of the complications we have with ancestor veneration comes because we didn't really have that connection or that bond. So it makes it a little bit more difficult, to establish comfortability and familiarity with those spirits. But when you establish that bond beforehand, that it's just, the only difference is they're not physically here. But ask them all the questions that you can. I'm trying to tell you, even your grandparents, like, ask them all the fucking questions you can. Soak up as much information as you can. Like, I just had to hit my grandma the other day, because when I would go to North Carolina, my mother's side is from South Carolina, my father's side from North Carolina. So when I would go to North Carolina, my great grandmother used to make preserves, homemade preserves and homemade biscuits. Let me tell you something right now. Baby, you ain't had no biscuit until your nana whipped that bitch up in the kitchen. You ain't had no motherfucking jelly or jam until your nana go in that backyard and get some goddamn blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, peaches, and make her own preserves. You don't know. You don't fucking know. You ain't had it. Ooh. I used to be so pressed for breakfast, and I do not like waking up early because I'm always up late at night. I've always been a traveler of the dark. Okay? Since I was a baby, it has annoyed my mother literally since I came out her coochie. But when I was down there, I would wake up for that breakfast, baby, and then I go back to sleep if I needed to. But I'm waking up. And she would make them damn preserves, peach preserve, strawberry preserve, blackberry preserve, raspberry preserve. Oh, apple preserve. Oh, my God. And I had to call my grandmother, who now has Alzheimer's and dementia. But those people, they still remember the oldest shit. That should be so amazing to me. Like, you could tell her something right now and she'll forget that shit in 2 minutes. But you ask her something about 1957, she's going to recall that shit detail for detail. And I'm like, Grandma, do you know the recipe? And she was trying to think of it. She was like, well, whenever I can think of it, I'll write it down. I said, please, I need that. I need to ask her sister. Somebody got to share that recipe with me. Because I can't let that die. I can't just allow that to be buried with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things you just, that one can't go. I can't lose that one. I gotta figure that thing out. Somebody gotta break it down to me. I might gotta meditate on it and get the instructions, because you could do that too. It takes a little bit more patience, but I might have to, hey, show up in my damn dreams or something and give me the game plan. Show me how to do that. For fruit preserves, it's basically jam or jelly, but they called it preserves. Man, that should be so good on some homemade biscuits, man. Some scrapple, some eggs. That's some southern shit, scrapple. sausage, that thick cut bacon. Now, I don't eat all that no more. I don't eat red meat and pork and all that, but hey, welcome. Man, that shit's so good. Smothered pork chops, girl, don't get me started. I had to give all of that up because we don't need to be eating that shit, but good God almighty. I don't know. If she was still alive and cooking like that, I might have to make a couple sacrifices. Sacrifice my health and my stomach to eat like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. She was still making it. Scrapple, I can't even tell you what scrapple is. It's basically meat that has been minced and then made into like a block, and then they cut it into like patties, and then they fry it on like some, not a whole bunch of grease like you would like French fries, but they brown it basically and let it crisp up. So good. Yeah, it's kind of like Spam, but I think Scrapple is beef, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Scrapple is pork. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. That shit hit though, I'll tell you that much. That shit good. The South is just different. It used to be this lady that lived down the street from my great-grandma's house, and she used to sell plates out her house. And she literally had a part of her house set up like a little mini restaurant, or like a little carry-out where, you know, you got the cutout for the door leading back to the kitchen, and the little glass display where she would put all her cakes and stuff there. And you literally can walk like 2 houses down. It's like a regular ass house. Go through that little door, and she's selling whole ass plates of food. Homemade cakes and pies and banana puddings. And, that shit was mind blowing. As a kid, it's like, what the fuck? Food. Torch. Best fucking Southern food. Well, outside of my great grandmother cooking. Her food used to just be good. But the older she got, you know, she wasn't cooking all like that. She'd still cook breakfast though. She'd sit in her little chair in the kitchen and cook breakfast at like 90-something years old. No fucks given. Comfortable. She'd have a switch on hand, because, you know, we was bad. She had a little switch somewhere. She wouldn't say shit, but she'd just pick that motherfucker up and look at you like... I don't want no smoke. She used to call her mama. I don't want no smoke, mama. You're good. These kids ain't never been hit with no switch, and you could tell. You could fucking tell. I remember one time my brother, this is my mother's other child, but he used to always be with us. We went down south, and we was at my great grandma's house, and she would sit on the couch and she would watch her little stories. She'd either be watching her stories or she'll be watching Price is Right. She loved the Price is Right. Okay. And she'll be watching Price is Right. And my grandmother, which is her daughter, told us to sit down and, you know, chill while they get the bathroom cleaned or whatever, so we could take our little baths and showers and shit and get into bed. So, you know, me and my brother, we playing, okay? We was playing and all type of shit, and they kept coming from the back telling us to sit down or whatever. And my grandmother was, like, dozing off. My great-grandmother was dozing off. Baby, she had that little switch beside her. And she was like, y'all need to sit down. She said whatever she said. So we sat down. And then she started dozing off again. So we like, all right. Of course, me being a fucking ringleader. Like, all right, we're going to sneak to the back. Because she's asleep now. That's what we thought. Once we got up and started inching. She got up so motherfucking fast. Oh, that shit scared the fuck out of me. I said I was so quick. We both was just still. We was scared to move. This lady is 90-some years old. She's not, moving fast like that. But it was just, we just sat there. I was like, damn, I'm scared to cough. I'm scared to talk. I'm just going. I didn't even want to look at her. Like, if I look at her, she'll probably cuss me the fuck out. We ain't play with her. They don't got the respect now. Now these motherfuckers cussing their grandmothers out and shit, calling them bitches and fighting their grandmothers. I seen some video of this girl fighting her grandmother. I said, oh yeah, y'all different. I never raised my hand at my grandmother. That's insane. There's nothing my grandmother could do that would make me raise my hand at her. That's crazy. Like, what? She disrespected me. Girl, what are you talking about? You know how terrified I would be? And my mother got them big old southern hands. It's something about them women from the south. They hands just made different. They always little and short. But they got them motherfucking heavy hitter mittens. I wouldn't even think about it. It wouldn't even cross my mind. They cussing in front of their grandparents now. I said, what? What the fuck? The closest words you gonna hear me say in front of my grandmother is nigga. That's it. I ain't saying more than that. And that even might be too far sometimes. Man, listen. Yeah, a lot of these grandparents are 30 something. 40. In the club, shaking ass, getting BBLs and shit. So annoying. Don't call me grandma, call me Gigi. Bitch, you're a grandma. The fuck? I wish my mother would be off that stupid ass shit. But she told her, she was like, I don't want to be no Gigi. I'm a grandma. I want to be a grandma. I said, okay, Mom, I could do that for you. Not today. Probably not tomorrow. But I could do that for you eventually, one of these days. Make it happen. Ain't no fucking GGs and grandma. Call me grandma. Girl, no. Call you grandma, granny, Grammy, something. The fuck? That's what my daughter grandma wants her to call her. And I was like, man, you pushing 60. Exactly. They want to feel young and shit. Be a grandma. Like, that's what we are missing. Our grandmas were grandmas. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to keep up with the times. They wasn't trying to have their titties out and ass on display. And no. They were respectable women who took care of families and was matriarchs and was telling people what the fuck to do and cooking meals and shit. Thank you. The fuck? That's why we respected them the way that we respected them. Because the hierarchy was displayed. There was no confusion of who was the elder. Their energy gave elder. You know what I'm saying? It was very obvious that they were the elder. You didn't have to guess. You know? And it's not that they looked old, because they looked good. You know what I'm saying? When I was born, both of my grandparents was what? In their late 40s, early 50s? So they look good. But you could tell that they were somebody's elder. The fuck? They still wore their little heels and their little pants and, you know. But it was very clear who the fuck the OG was. Now all these old bitches trying to date these young ass men and shit. It's like, come on, bro. We gotta do better. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Corey. We gotta do better. That's embarrassing. Like, my goal is to be, you know, get older and be a matriarch. You know? Yeah, we still doing Q&A. You can put questions in the comments. The game is definitely fucked up. Like, I want to be on the fucking family reunion shirt. Me and my husband sitting there, you know. They're not taking pictures in the little wooden chair no more, but, you know, all old people got that picture in that damn big-ass wooden chair. You know what I'm talking about. They're not taking pictures in that chair no more. I might have to find that chair. I might gotta go pull that chair up out the damn archives and get me a picture in it. What's your beliefs on eating meat spiritually? Why stop eating meat? So the whole explanation behind switching the way that you eat, period, is energy based, right? We are energetic beings first. Number one, our bodies run off of energy. It runs off of the nutrients that we get from what we eat on a physical level and on an energetic level. So when we're talking about biology on a, you know, on that level, our bodies can't properly process meats. So it causes health issues because your stomach can't digest it. Or certain toxins from those meats get into your system, your bloodstream, causes diseases and other health issues. It knocks off the balance in the body. That's on a physical level. On a spiritual level, because we are energetic beings, we intake the energy of whatever we're eating. So if that specific animal was slaughtered or just unalived, period, that meat will hold a certain type of energy. So when you put it into your body, you are now causing an unbalance or imbalance in the energy. I-N-N-E-R, energy, that you're getting from that. So it's a difference between fruits, vegetables, things like that, because those are things that were put here for us to get nutrients. Grains, certain grains, those things were placed here for us to get the nutrients that we have or that we need. And then also the energy that we get from those things, because they come from the earth, because we are earth beings, right? As far as our body, right? The earth has a natural frequency, so the things that it produced also carry a frequency as well, which adds to the frequency that we have in our body when we ingest those things. So that's why we have better, you know, health results when we eat that way versus when we eat the red meats and the pork. And then pork specifically doesn't have any way to neutralize the parasites, the diseases, the negativity that is in its meat, because it does not sweat. It doesn't have any way to rid the body of toxins. And pigs eat anything. They eat anything, whether it is food or not. They'll eat people. Literally, that's how some people have gotten away with unalivings. They fed people to pigs, because them motherfuckers eat anything. They eat whatever is put in front of them. They don't care. They do not fucking care. So you can only imagine the toxins that is imprinted in the meat of a pig. And then it doesn't sweat. It doesn't have any way to release those toxins from its body. So whatever is in the pig is whatever's in the pig. And a lot of people think, well, if you cook it, it'll eliminate the parasites or the toxins. No. There is certain amounts of heat that is required to kill toxins and certain parasites. And you can cook that meat all the way through to society standards, and it will still carry certain things. It just is what it is. You would have to damn near burn that shit for it to maybe possibly be okay as far as the toxins and the parasites. But then the meat itself is still just not good for the body, because you can't naturally break that down. So either way, it doesn't serve you. It causes a lot of health issues in our community, because we're not supposed to be eating that shit. There's a reason why other demographics of people don't have health issues from it, and they can eat as much as they want, because the acids in their stomach is a lot stronger and is made to break that shit down. That's why we need to have our own doctors and our own medical facilities, because our bodies are super sensitive, especially when it comes to food. What do you recommend for a detox? For detoxing meats out of your body, or just in general? In general detox. If you're eating meat, you definitely need to be doing heavy metal detoxes. For sure. You gotta start. Honestly, if you're eating anything in this day and age, you need to be doing a heavy metal detox. They putting that shit in anything. Baby formula, all type of shit. We wonder why all these kids got illnesses and shit. They're fucking drinking metals. It's crazy. Thank you, Taylor. Shit is fucked up. So you can do is it bentonite clay? I think you can do a clay bath. They have parasite detox drops that you can get on Amazon. You can always detox the blood with like stinging nettle. Damn, I forgot I'm supposed to be doing this battle real fast. Yeah. I was like, damn. The only reason I accepted is because I noticed the name. I'm like, damn, that's the person I said I was supposed to. Y'all know with this contract that I'm in with TikTok, I gotta do battles sometimes, and it be so random sometimes because I be into whatever I'm doing, and then that shit pops up, but I gotta do it because I gave my word. But thank you to everybody who contributed, because y'all did not have to do that. Y'all showed the fuck up and showed the fuck out, and I appreciate it. Big O, my bad. We had a little battle going on over here that I completely forgot about. But what the fuck was I saying? When I edit this, I'm gonna have to edit that part out. Before I can put it on YouTube, because they is not gonna let me have Kendrick singing in the background. But yeah, back to what we were talking about with the diet. So yeah, on a biological level, and then on a spiritual level, it's just important that we eat, thank you, my love. Taylor, you've been showing out. It's just so important that we eat according to who we are as a people, A lot of the attacks that we are under do fall under the medical field and the food industry. Those are two of the biggest areas that we, are attacked the most. That's why, they put a lot of fast food in our communities, or where they know we are for the most part. This is why they put a lot of liquor stores and things of that nature in our communities. This is also why, they have taught the medical industry based on westernized medicine. We have always been herbalists. We have always been the people who were, herbalists, and who medicated ourselves through herbalism and spiritual practices. And they literally banned herbalism from medical practices. Like, I don't think you can be licensed to medically prescribe herbs, if I'm not mistaken. Like, you have to prescribe whatever big pharma sells. And we know that their goal is never to heal us or cure us. It is always to cause us to have long-lasting ailments, so that we will continue to have to purchase the medicines that they create, so that we will continuously be sick and have to keep coming back and putting more money in their pocket. It's all about money. But outside of it being about money, it's also about, unaliving us and shortening our lifespan. Our grandparents used to live, our great-grandparents and their parents, them people lived, they was hundreds of years old, 110 and 115 and 111. And And before that, they was living longer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it shouldn't be how it is, especially for us to be coated in melanin, which basically makes us immortal in so many words. It doesn't make sense for us to, only be living to 70 and 80 years old. And if you live to 70 and 80, you're lucky. Especially now, after they done jabbed everybody the fuck up. You got people passing away in their 30s and 40s and 20s. You got kids passing away, before they even make it to high school or make it out of high school. So, the shit is diabolical, to say the least. It's absolutely diabolical. But this is why when you start to tap in more, your diet tends to change. Good evening. Your diet starts to change whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not. The more spiritual you get, the more in tune you get. Your taste buds get different. Your body starts to desire different things because it not only aids to you on a physical level, but it also aids on a spiritual level. You need those natural, naturally energized organic foods to energize the body so that you can make the connections that you make with the spiritual realm and have the relationship that you have with the spiritual realm. All of it goes together. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, my body started rejecting shit immediately. Honestly, before I even got solidified into my reawakening, because I call it a reawakening, my first reawakening, I had already felt the need to cut out red meat and pork. Even before I started getting more serious with it. I was like, I gotta stop eating this shit. Like, just on a health level. I'm like, I can't eat this shit. And I want to say, I stopped eating it. I went cold turkey in May 7 years ago. That July, we had 4th of July. Right? And y'all know niggas gonna throw something on the grill. Because if we not gonna do nothing, we gonna throw something on that grill. And we went to my mom's house, and she threw some hot dogs and burgers on the grill. And I love me a burnt hot dog. I don't care. I love me a burnt hot dog. I live. Can I start a Discord? Sure. I live for a burnt hot dog. And I was like, let me just see if I can eat it. At that point, I had only been cold turkey and red meat and pork for probably not even a full month and a half. I bit into it, and I was chewing it, and I just, even, it tasted like how it normally tastes, but it's like my body just wasn't receiving it the same type of way. And I had to spit that shit out. I just ate the chicken because at that point I was still eating chicken. I just ate the chicken that she made. I think she made some grilled chicken or something. It was good at the time, but then a year later, chicken didn't taste the same. And I cut off chicken and all of the other white meats. And then I just was like, I'm just going to be pescatarian. Fuck it. Fuck it. But even now with that, you got to be careful. Because they making out here serving fake fish and all type. It's just all type of shit going on with the food industry. Which is why a lot of people be mad at Trump. But I can't be mad at nobody who's doing a lot of the shit that he's doing. It's like, if you look at what he's doing, if you look at the way that he's moving, if you look at a lot of the stuff that he's coming after, it benefits you more than any other president. You know what I'm saying? We had a black ass president who ain't try to help us with the food as much as they doing right now. Why does it take RFK Jr. for us to take these red dyes and yellow dyes out of fucking food that we're giving to kids that's causing cancer and all types of other shit? Why does it take him to do it? We had a whole nigga in office. What you mean? That's how you know that shit was political. And then when you find out that he's cousin, we voted for Bush cousin. Fuck out of here. Shit is crazy. Food is fucked up. The air is fucked up. They putting chemicals in the clothes. They putting chemicals in the hair. In the clothes. They putting chemicals in the hair. The reports just came out about braiding hair. And if y'all been following me, when I said something about braiding hair, how long ago? This had to be the end of 2023. I want to say. I started warning y'all about braiding hair. I was already warning people about wigs and shit, but then Spirit was like, because I wanted to get my hair braided. I used to live for braids. I've never been a wig girly, never been a track girly. The only time I've had added hair in my hair as far as tracks was when I went to prom. And that's because I let my mother talk me into that shit. Talking about something. It's prom. How much more fuller does it need to be, lady? It's already full. I've had a head full of hair my whole fucking life. What? Girl. Right after prom, literally, because we had a little hotel party after prom. I went in that bathroom. I took my little dress off. Put on my little change of clothes. Went in that bathroom. And start pulling them fucking tracks out of my hair. They was glued in. I was in it like, I had a full face of makeup on. I don't like makeup. I don't like shit all over my face. I was in there scrubbing. By the time my mother came and picked me up, I looked like a whole different person. Well, I look like my regular self. I'm gonna say that. How do you feel about cutting your hair after trauma? And if so, do I burn it? Yes. I feel like, after certain traumas, cutting your hair is definitely helpful. It's also very therapeutic, when it comes to spiritual release, because your hair holds memories, it holds energy. It's antennas. So, experiences, memories, energies get stored into the fibers of your hair. And yeah, it's on your crown. So when you cut it, you're almost helping yourself move past a lot of those things that, you were conditioned to believe in, to think about. A lot of the things that used to... I've never done a big chop. I don't think I will, personally, unless I'm not gonna ever say never, but I don't see myself doing a big chop. But I do like heavy trims on my hair. Like my hair used to be way longer than this, and my hair is it's still long, so I'm not gonna negate that, but it's literally at the bottom of my fucking back, right above my ass crack. And I've chopped like 4 or 5 inches, probably like a couple months ago. And usually I'm the type that I don't like cutting my hair. Like when I used to get my hair trimmed as a child and in school, I used to be ready to cry. Because I felt like they wasn't trimming. It's like, bitch, you cutting. You got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Trim means you just get the little end piece and you take off like no more than an inch. And even an inch be feeling like too fucking much. They was cutting. I ain't like that. But it was necessary. And as your hair grow out, there's certain lengths that hold different memories, because that's where the hair was as you was going through those things. So I cut off a nice chunk. I don't think I burned it. I think I flushed it. I didn't burn it. I do suggest burning over flushing, because I think that's the most beneficial practice. But I think I flushed it. Because at the time, I wasn't really thinking about it from a spiritual perspective. I just was like, my hair needs to be trimmed. Like, I need a good trim. But not even a trim, a cut. I need to take some inches off this shit. It was hard as hell, but it was necessary. But yeah, I would definitely suggest burning it. When I think about it, I do burn it. Sometimes I don't be thinking about it. So that's all your hair. Are you half? I'm seeing different textures. I do hair. Half as far as like what? Like racially, am I half something? Nah, I'm all nigga. All black American, if that's what you mean. But I do have multiple textures in my head. I think I have 2 different textures for sure. But I'm all nigga though. You know what I'm saying? I'm nigga through and through. No, do you have your real hair gel down at the top and have tracks in the back? No, boo. This is all in my head. This is, I don't know if you can see my scalp, but this is mine. This is all me. I done my hair so many times on live. This is all me. I told you the only time I had tracks was for prom in high school. And that was 11 years ago at this point. 12. I don't fucking know. I don't like thinking about it because it makes me feel old. But yeah, nah. That's all me. Which is why I'm such a big advocate for healthy hair. Because I don't like when people try to make it seem like black hair don't grow. You know what I'm saying? You have different textures, so what are you mixed with? I'm not mixed. Y'all do know black people can have different textures of hair and not be mixed. I just have different textures of hair. I have 2 different textures. It comes from my mother and my father's side of the family. My father's side has a specific texture. If you look at my dad's side, it's really like curly and, you know, it's just real, just put your fingers through it, and healthy, curly, you know. My mother's side is more coily. So I have different textures of hair in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like the top of my hair, my cranium, woo. She's very much so 4C. You know what I'm saying? When you get right here, the reason it's gel down right here is because I put edge control because my hair is oily and it's time for me to wash it. But up here, ooh, she gets very 4C. She's very, very 4C. But the perimeter of my head is more like 4B, maybe 4B, 4A. I don't know. I don't be knowing the difference between 4B and 4A. But it's one of those, the perimeter. But that middle, she is very cultured. We're gonna say it like that. I don't like saying nappy. I don't like the nappy narrative. But she's very cultured. Okay? She is standing up for her people, trust me. But the perimeter is full something. I don't know. My curl pattern changed too after when I was in high school, because my mother started perming my hair. Probably like when I was in 8th grade till from 8th grade or 7th, maybe 7th to like 10th grade, my mom started perming my hair. So that shit fucked up my texture for a minute. And then I bleached my hair twice as an adult. That fucked it up a little bit too. Are you able to tell me what it means to dream of someone with white eyes? Dreams are subjective. So it can be something specific that you are supposed to figure out. It could also be something more generalized. That's why we write it down, meditate on it. Because I could dream of somebody with white eyes, and it can mean, I don't know, anything. And then you dream of it, and it can mean something completely different. So dreams are very personal Personal messages. You gotta decode and you gotta be patient. Because decoding the motherfuckers take time sometimes. A lot more time than we wanted to take. Because we be impatient. We want answers right now in this moment. Make it make sense right now, today, in this exact second. And it just don't work like that. Any more questions before we wrap up for tonight? Like, we covered a lot of stuff tonight. Any questions from my big old people? You only have one official page, right? I have this page, and then I have my PocaSPEAKS page. PocaSPEAKS. This page, and only that page. I deactivated my third page to cut down on the confusion. I do not inbox anybody, and I don't follow people back. I inbox anybody, and I don't follow people back. No tea, no shade, but a lot of these people be following people back so that you can follow them, so that they can play in your face. What does deeds mean? I don't know. What are you talking about? Hold on. John Boy, this is like the second time you came in here on that bullshit. Now, I be trying to get y'all grace and not block y'all, but you about to get blocked. Sweetheart, it's always fake pages in me. It's I don't know what to do at this point. How do you feel about mirror work, yoga, breath work, meditation? All of those help with shadow work. Yes. Yes, I do collective readings Tuesdays and Fridays and some Saturdays. Mondays and Wednesdays we do lessons. Mirror work, I think, is amazing, especially when it comes to affirming yourself, affirming your life, working on confidence, aligning your chakras, I mean, so many other benefits. Breath work is definitely for the chakra. It's important on the physical level for lung health. What's the other? Let me say yoga. Yoga is cool as well. I mean, all of those things have their place and have their purpose, you know, to assist with shadow work or to help with just the development of self. Which I always say, shadow work is nothing more than self-development. So whatever you do that works for you to get to that place, definitely go for it. Definitely go for it. It may, of course, be different from what other people do. Or it just might affect you differently than it does other people. But yeah, do that shit for sure. Just block them pages, y'all. That's all you can do. Report it if it lets you, and block it. Some of them it lets you report, some of it don't. So, you know. Okay. Let me do my shout outs real fast, and then we can get ready to get up off of here. Shout out to Taylor, shout out to Dimple, shout out to Naja, shout out to Shelly, shout out to Shay, shout out to Infinite Dreams, Selena, just Kyla. Did I say that right? I think I said it right. Cajun P, Michael J, Danielle, Myra, Dami, Cynthia, Lele, Christy, Christina, Yolanda, Freakily, Monique. Anyway. Shout out over here to Corey, Tony, Britt Brad, Bruce, Black Gold, Beautiful, and Fresh. Y'all are the top gifters for this live. Shout out to everybody else who contributed in likes and comments and shares. You are also greatly appreciated. Shout out to all of those who asked questions, all of those who are part of the conversation, all of those who offered their own knowledge. I am not sending you my number. All the people who offered their own knowledge and 2 cents and opinions, it is all appreciated. You know, I don't like to talk to myself, so it is good when you guys join in and give your 2 cents. Okay, period. Don't come in here fucking with me, Antonio. I don't even know who you are. Why would I send you my number? You're a stranger. Let's use common sense. All right. Taylor asked me to make a Discord, so I'll do that tonight. And then I'll post the link, I guess, somewhere. Or tomorrow when I do, when I do the reading for tomorrow, I'll inbox the link to those who are interested. We need a squad name. Well, we're supposed to be the Polka Dots. I don't know if y'all still cool with that or if y'all want to come up with something else. It doesn't matter to me. What do y'all want the squad name to be? Y'all like that? Okay. So we'll do that then. I forgot who came up with that, but it's so cute. So we'll continue that. Thank you, Mike. Star Childs. Yes, welcome to the family. We done been doing this shit. I got some super OGs in here who been doing this with me for a long time. Doing this since the beginning. So shout out to my OGs. Y'all are much appreciated. For sure. My big old people, y'all cool with being a polka dot or what? So yeah, I'm gonna make the Discord. I'm not gonna say if I don't, because I'm gonna make sure that I do. But in the event that y'all don't hear nothing about it tomorrow, pull my motherfucking card. Because Polka be forgetting shit. I'm not gonna lie. Okay? I've smoked trees for a very long time. And sometimes it shows up. You know? Sometimes it just happens. Wait, what's that for? So it'll be kind of like with the Geneva was supposed to be Shelly, but we basically gonna start over. Listen, take your hiatus. It's important to have that time. We were just talking about balance. So sometimes you gotta step away. I step away very seldomly, but I try to step away. I've been stepping away a lot more, because y'all know I used to be on live for like 7 to 8 hours a day. Those were some crazy days, wasn't it? Babe, I used to be on there for your whole work schedule. People would go to work and I'd be on there. By the time they get off work, I would still be on there. Talking shit, running my damn mouth. Cussing people the fuck out. Crazy times. Crazy times that we were in. Corey been over here kicking motherfuckers out. Shout out to Corey. 6 hour streams, 7 hour streams. I think the longest one I did was like 9 hours. And then when I was ready to get off, they was like, no, not yet. I'm like, what the fuck more do you want from me? I don't even have anything else to talk about. What else do y'all want me to say? I used to have to go take bathroom breaks. That's how long I would be on there. I would be like, hold on, y'all. Somebody else talk. I'm about to go pee. Like, I couldn't do that shit no more. I'm not going to say I'll never do that again. But I had to take a break from doing all that. Because that was a lot. That was a lot. I don't think people understood how much that fucking was on my mental. Like, that's why I be starting over on these pages so I can just get new people. And the people, the OGs who supposed to find me, they find me again every time. So I don't be tripping about new pages. I don't give a fuck. I make 300 new pages. I don't care. So whoever supposed to find me is going to find me. But I had to get that energy wasn't right. It started to become, the energy started getting fucked up, and I couldn't focus on what I was on there for no more. Cause I have to cuss people the fuck out too much. It was just like, the focus is gone. It was so bad I used to have code words. Like, the OGs used to have to put a code word in the comments to reel me back in. Because that's how bad that shit was at one point. And then it got to the point I wasn't even looking at the code word no more. I'd just still be cussing motherfuckers out. I said, yeah, Poca, this has gone too far. It was really bad. Oh my, it was just not a good sight. And I didn't want to be seen in that light. Because the objective and the goal of what I was doing was getting lost. It was pointless after that. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho. We'll be on here tomorrow to do our general reading, our collective reading for the weekend. I think it was pineapples. That's so funny. Y'all remember that. Oh, my God. I've changed so much. It's so good. Thank you. Shout out to the growth. 100%. Because I was really Geminian back then. Real bad. But, yeah. We'll be on here tomorrow. Do our collective. I'll be on here a little bit earlier than today. Today was just a late day for me. I got up late. I had late client appointments. Today, this hour ahead been fucking with me. So I was just completely discombobulated today. But tomorrow we'll be good. Cause I want to get in and get out, you know, so we can do what we need to do, and then y'all can enjoy y'all weekend, and you know, it's not interfering too much with whatever plans I got. So 4:30 p.m. Between 4:30 and 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll get started. I won't do more than 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, heavy on the maybe, but no more than that. And we're gonna get up out of here, unless Spirit said otherwise. Now, if there's something else we gotta do, then we're just gonna fucking do it. But that's my plan. All right, all hearts and minds is clear. Everybody good? Any final words, questions, suggestions? Oh, I do need suggestions for Monday and Wednesday's lesson. Let me know what other topics y'all interested in. I think it is one, hold on, because I wrote down one topic from yesterday. Mental illness versus spirituality. That was one that we may be able to do either Monday or Wednesday. But think about it, and then tomorrow let me know some suggestions, or y'all can inbox me some suggestions y'all have for lessons that y'all want for next week, and I can put together the lesson over the weekend. Okay. All right, polka dots. Everybody good? Everybody straight? Nobody need nothing? All right, cool. Consultations are available. Readings are available. Counseling sessions are available. Mentorships are available. All of that is on my website. Feel free to go take a look and book accordingly. Yeah, this will be posted tomorrow. Rising. It'll probably be posted in 2 parts since I had to stop it in order for it to not get flagged. So it'll probably be 2 parts posted back to back. I'll try to cut out that battle piece because that shit threw me the fuck off. So I'll try to cut that piece out. But if I can't, then I might just mute that section. But this will be posted tomorrow. And we'll be on here between 4:30 and 4:45. And then I may go live on Sunday. Heavy on the maybe. I don't like to say because I like to utilize my weekends to rest and to do the shit that I want to do. So possibly. I'll be making a Discord tonight. If I do make it tonight and it's all set up, then I'll probably post on my story on here for y'all to inbox me so I can start sending the link out tonight. Okay? If not, then tomorrow I'll send the links out. All right? For my people on Big O as well. So if y'all interested in the Discord. Melanated only. I know y'all don't be liking that, but close practices, okay? It's for your safety. Melanated only. You will have to upload a profile picture in order to be added. We have to have our own spaces. I don't care, and I don't apologize for that. All right. Everything else is for everybody, but private spaces are private spaces for a reason. All right, love and light. I'll see you tomorrow. Be good. Love y'all. Take care. Peace.